Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games and this is EVE Online, and welcome back to our self-sufficiency challenge run. Things are going alright. We have bought the 75mm and the 125mm railgun Mark 1. The 125 is currently being researched for material efficiency to reduce the amount of stuff we need to find to build these weapons, and that's quite a lot of stuff. We've also bought the thorium charged small and iron charged small blueprint, which will allow us to build our own ammunition. We found a smattering of ammunition as loot. Other loot we found is various modules that are of no use to us, which is slightly annoying. We did find this one blaster, but that's very short range. And that's kind of conflicting with our two drones, because we do indeed now have two drones on board our ship. And they are able to go all the way out to 25 kilometers. And they are providing 19.8 DPS. Our little turrets are still only providing 7.6 because they're only the basic civilian garbage ones. We still have not found any railguns as loot, which is why I ended up buying the blueprints. The problem then is that we have not found enough loot to melt down to provide us the minerals to build these blueprints. So we're going to have to go back out and get some more loot. And we're also going to have to get more money, because we have 151 money. That's all we have, 151. But that's not too bad, because we have made 311,000 income. And we know, because we can't sell anything on the market, all of this income has been bounty from killing NPCs, either in asteroid belts or on very small combat anomalies. The problem we're running into with doing combat anomalies is that other players in bigger ships are farming them. So that is kind of stymieing our progress on that front. So let's head back out right now, go to some asteroid belts and kill some NPCs. We've moved into Noshis because there are some stations here which allow us to do the full research suite. And a couple of jumps over in Botane is a Sotio, which we'll be doing our construction in, because that will give us even more material savings over and above the research we're doing on the blueprints. But none of that means anything unless we actually find some loot.
Warp drive active.
Hopefully today we will actually get some decent loot which we can actually use ourselves. Like proper guns, or a repair module, or an afterburner, just anything. I will take literally anything. Skills wise, we've completed Surgical Strike, which provides 3% more damage for our turrets. So our 7.2 DPS has gone up to 7.3 or something mad like that. That will become more apparent and more useful when we get some proper guns. Okay, first asteroid belt. One of the better looking ones, but no one at home. This is 0.8, so it should be spawning NPCs of some kind.
Drive active.
This is the highest security level where you will find NPCs, so the ones we find will probably be initiates and very easy to kill. There are quite a few other systems within range. If we go to Agency, Resource Harvesting, there's Duanis. I think we can probably do Duanis now, because 0.6 and 0.5 are going to have much harder. In fact, we might even try Bala, because that's got 12 belts. So yeah, we might try that. And there's someone here and a dirty great big battleship for some reason, and he seems to have killed some frigates. You do you, my friend, you do you.
Warp drive active.
And he's actually mining in a Praxis. Maybe he's doing some kind of wacky challenge run the same as us, because he has been playing for 4 years, so he's obviously doing some kind of challenge run as well. They're all the rage these days. And nothing and no one in this asteroid belt. Oh, that's disappointing.
Warp drive active.
We'll do this system, and then we'll try a 0.7, then we'll try a 0.6. We'll just do it like that. Sure, there's a 0.7 within range. It's got quite a few belts, or is there not? Cat is 3 jumps away. He's got 9 belts. 17 belts in Hengis. That's quite a good one. I like that. Aha, we have 2 initiates. One of them is going to drop a 125mm railgun, and the other one is going to drop a 1 meganewton afterburner. That's my Christmas list sorted. Why am I moving? Let's just stop the ship by pressing Control Space and let our 2 Hornets kill these guys. And away they go! We know how this goes. We've done it lots of times before. Go, drones, go. Okay. Why are the drones taking so long to kill this guy? Right, good. We still have literally no defences on this ship. We have no armour plates, no shield extenders, no repair modules, nothing. We're doing a bit of a DPS tank. We're using our drone's 25km range and damage to keep us safe, to kill things before they get within range of us. Problem we have is that we're too slow to escape them with our little baby civilian afterburner. This guy's dropped metal scraps, because of course they did. But metal scraps are good. It's still lots of titanium, and we need titanium in vast quantities. All these rocks are just taunting me. Because scordite, if we were allowed to mine under the rules of this run, does give titanium and pyrite. But I'm not allowed to mine because mining's boring. And that is cheating. Literally picking up infinite amounts of titanium and pyrite and Mexilon in these asteroid belts. And that's no fun.
Warp drive active.
We may be in the realm of possibility of running burrows now if we see any of those. I did say that burrows were annoying because everything was really far away, but we have 25km range on our drones now, so that's not too bad. So if we see any burrows in the probe scanner, we might do some burrows. No one here.
Warp drive
I guess I'll just keep doing this, and I shall bring you guys back when something cool happens. Fingers crossed I do actually bring you back, and this is not the shortest episode ever.
Warp drive active.
Well, alright, that was good. We have some 100mm armour plate. This is good, A, because it breaks down into lots of stuff that we need, and B, because if we strap this to a ship, it will give us 250 extra armour hit points. That's good from a buffer, hit point buffer, because we only have 201 armour hit points. This will more than double our armour hit points, which is nice, but armour doesn't repair itself, so we might just melt that down. Now, this person in the Incursus seems to also be patrolling these belts, but I think we're going to be able to outrange them with our little droneses. We may just move to the next system over, just to give them a bit of breathing space. Yeah, they're definitely ratting in this belt as well. Well, that's okay. I can share. Haha, we got all the kills. The ownership of the wreck is not on Final Blow, it's whoever deals the most damage to the enemies. So luckily, thanks to our drones being able to get within range before that person's Incursus could, we managed to lay down some fire and get the ownership of the wrecks. That would not have stopped them taking the loot, of course, because as we know, you can steal, but it did give us an advantage, and that person was in an actual frigate. Oh, there's another copper tag. Nice. So far, so good.
Warp drive active.
Well, this is interesting. It looks like someone was here and they've disappeared and they've left their drones behind, and these are Hobgoblin Mark IIs. Unfortunately, we would need to train all the way up to drones level 5 and light drone operation 5 and going to drone specialization 1, which is 23 days, 15 hours, 8 minutes if we wanted to use them. But we can pick them up and put them in our pocket. And I'm going to scoop these to cargo bay. Because abandoned drones are a very good thing to melt down to get all kinds of cool resources. So thank you for that. Yoink. And yoink. And yoink. And yoink. You can take drones without being flagged for PvP because they're not owned, they're just abandoned. Because no one is within range to give them commands, so they're counted as abandoned. So that is a lovely haul.
Active.
Each one of these will break down into tritanium, pyrite, isogen, noxium, guidance systems, robotics, morphite, particle accelerator. We probably won't get any of the stuff at the bottom because it is only one unit, and remember we only get 50% of it back. So if we reprocess this, we will not get any robotics. The things you find when you look around, eh? Okay, well that's the end of this system, so let's pick another system and go ratting in there. Let's just go here because there's 19 belts.
Warp drive.
It's still a 0.8, but we'll go and do it anyway. Right, one jump over, no combat sites in the system, let's just hit the belts.
Warp drive active.
So far, so good today. Big haul, we're getting the 5 hobgoblins and the 100mm plate, because that will give us a decent amount of pyrite. Pyrite is the thing we need to make 75mm railguns, though I'd rather much make 125s. And there's an Amar drone that will do EM damage and some more ammunition. Lovely.
Warp drive active.
And another Hornet. Nice.
Warp drive active.
Ah, another triple gang, and they're all initiates, so this should be easy. Famous last words. Do remember you're only in a Corvette. Ah, only one of them drops some loot. Come on, give me something else I can use. Give me a small armour repairer. Come on, you know you want to. Metal scraps, of course.
Warp drive active.
And what we have here is a good citizen. This person in their gigantic Orca, which is a huge big mining command ship, he's mining using mining drones because it cannot use mining lasers, and he's been killing everything that's come anywhere near him, and he has right clicked the wrecks and selected abandon, which makes them blue, which is free for anyone else to take. So I'm going to take whatever loot is inside these wrecks. Thank you, Commander Lakatos, you are a good person. Right, we got some ammunition out of that. Nice one, dude. Cheers.
Warp drive active.
Here's our next victim. He's really up close. I'm not sure why he's right on the warp in, but he is. So, let's get at him. Me and my drones. Me and the boys. And my little 7.6 DPS dual lasers. My little 7.6 DPS dual railguns. No match. I kind of want to find a burrow now. One will appear sooner or later. Ooh, more ammo, lovely.
Warp drive active.
Right, well that's the final asteroid belt in this system done. Not bad. Lots of metal scraps, a little bit more ammo, and some other stuff. Not too bad. I'm going to go 5 jumps to this place because it's 0.7. And I've written down and it has 17 asteroid belts, so that's pretty good. Alright, we've made it to the 0.7 system, which has lots of asteroid belts. So let's see if we get larger bounty rats,
Warp drive active.
as in NPC pirates, and if indeed these NPC rats drop any better loot for us. Anyway, there's no one in this asteroid belt, so let's move on.
Warp drive active.
Right, first pirates we've seen, and indeed there's a 7,000 ISK guy, so let's go for him. We do have to be slightly more careful, because remember, we have literally no defences. And he's spotted us already from 54 kilometres out, and the other guy spotted us already. Maybe I should just do some fancy flying. Just kind of cut across them. They're trying to approach me, I'm trying to not approach them. Good, the drones have seen them. I'm just going to like double click and kite around at my maximum speed, try and make sure they miss us. That looks pretty good. Nah, one of them hit. This is the problem with this ship, because the afterburner we have is only a civilian afterburner, it doesn't really move us that much faster. It does a good enough job. Let's just go back this way. Good, one down. Send the drones on that guy. I'm just going to go and get that wreck right now. So yes, by moving down to 0.7 from 0.8, we are indeed finding harder to kill enemies, and hopefully that means they're going to have better loot tables. The loot that NPCs drop does matter which faction they are. These are Serpentis, so they will drop hybrid weapons and armor based things. If you were to go into Kaldari space and fight Guristas, they would drop shield modules and missiles and probably hybrid weapons as well. If you were to go to Angel Cartel space, which is all the way down in Mimitar Empire, we would find projectile weapons, missiles and a mix of shield and armor. So we are in the right place, because we are Gallente, so it would be nice to find some Gallente based systems. But so far, no.
Warp drive active.
Apart from that 100mm armor plate. And what we have here is a tracking disruptor. This lowers the enemy's tracking. I'm not sure if it works on NPCs or not, but we're taking it. Apparently, tracking disruption does work on regular NPCs. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. That may keep us alive when we get into tougher fights. It does only work on one target at a time, but it does lower their weapon range and their tracking speed. Disrupts the turret range and tracking speed of the target ship. Very nice. It does break down into various nice goods, but... Oh, hello! This is the best thing we've found so far. This is a micro warp drive. This, instead of an afterburner increasing your speed by... What is our speed boost? Maximum velocity bonus from our 1 meganewton civilian afterburner, 60%. From the 5 meganewton compact micro warp drive, 505%. This will make us go really, really fast. That's a great find, and it breaks down into a decent amount of minerals as well. Alright, moving to 0.7 seems to have been a good idea.
Warp drive active.
Alright, no more enemies in this system. This is the last of the belts. I'm not going to go through the belts again. Let's try dipping down to 0.6, which is only next door. Is there a station here? Yes. Are there stations next door? Yes. Right, we'll drop all the loot in that station next door, just in case we die.
Warp drive active.
This ship and these tenable weapons may be replaceable. This loot is not. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff, keep that safe. I'm actually going to fit this micro warp drive to our ship. Now, you can have both an afterburner and a micro warp drive on your ship, but you can only use one of them at any one time. If you click the simulate button, this is it simulating the afterburner being on, that's why it's green. We turn it off so it's greyed out. Red means overheated. There's a skill you can buy which gives you enhanced performance when you overheat modules at the cost of causing heat damage to them. They work at 100% efficiency right up until the moment they break, in which case they go offline and must be repaired in a station. Click it again, that means it's offline. We don't want that. We want to simulate it being online but not active. So now if we activate the compact micro warp drive, we will see that our maximum velocity goes to 1963 meters a second, but the capacitor now depletes in 1 minute 20 seconds, because these things need a lot of capacitor. Here it's using 42.75 every 10 seconds. So these things are capacitor hungry, and they also reduce the overall capacitor of the ship by 25%. So I think we'll just fit that and just use it for closing range quickly if we need to. So let's undock and have a go at some 0.6 belts. And immediately we're straight into danger. 2 agents and a spy. The spy is the weakest one. Let's double click towards them, give ourselves a squirt of micro warp drive. The speed goes absolutely crazy. We close the range really quick. We kick the drones out. And now we're going to be within range to target lock them. Should really turn the afterburner back on. Here we go, now we're coming into range. Turn the afterburner back off. Double click straight up. Give ourselves a little boost of micro warp drive. They will miss us more because we're going faster, but micro warp drives also have the negative effect of making your signature radius larger. And signature radius is how large your ship appears to be to other ships. So there is a trade-off between going really fast and having a larger signature radius. Most of the time, the extra speed more than makes up for the larger signature radius. But not always. But we seem to be surviving. Shields are unhappy. It looks like we're going to dip into armor damage for the first time in a long time. The 0.8 and 0.7 systems have been very easy to us. Now you will notice there that we took a little bit of armor damage before the shields went down. That's because of a game mechanic where if your shield goes below 25%, the damage bleeds through into your armor. And that's probably the first time we've actually noticed that. There is a skill which eliminates that. There's another ECM module. That skill I believe is tactical shield manipulation, and the shields thing, we'll just go for all skills. Yeah, tactical shield manipulation. Prevents damage from penetrating the shield. It reduces it by 5% per skill level with 0% chance at level 5. More metal scraps. Give ourselves a burst of micro warp drive, get over to this wreck which is 15 kilometers away nice and quick. Alright, this is progress of a sort. I mean, micro warp drives are good. Zoom! And more ammo. Okay, I'll take that. Because we know that these break down into lots of stuff. Well, oxygen and noxium. Okay, another group of 3. 2 watchmen at 8,000 and a patroller at 9,000. This could go pretty badly. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's charge them. Turn on the micro warp drive, get into range. Okay, they've spotted us now. They're on the charge. Now we need to go this way. Get the drones on them. Drones are on them. This is good. The watchman being in range of us is not good. I'm just going to have to fly in a straight line. Please don't die, little ship. Please don't die. Come on, drones. Kill one of the watchmen. Not only do the enemies hit harder, but they last longer as well. So you just click on an enemy's profile and click attributes, it shows you, well, on NPCs at least, it doesn't do this for players. On NPCs it does show you their resistances, and indeed because these guys are Serpentists, they are weakest to kinetic, which is what our drones are doing, which is lovely. Right, they've caught up with us now, so let's orbit them. Try and move across their gun turrets so they miss us a little bit more. Which seems to be kind of not really working at all. Come on, drones. Come on, drones. Low shield warning. Come on, drones. Right, armor. Hold it together. Hold it together, armor. Come on. There we go. Now the drones can come and help us. Oh, 2 wrecks full of loot. Full of garbage, but you know, every little helps. At least we're going to get a decent amount of money. We started with 151 ISK, we now have 131,151, which is nice. More metal scraps. I mean, even a proper afterburner would be better than this thing, because 60% speed boost is not really great. Afterburners usually do between 100 and 150, depending on their variant. And this one is more metal scraps. Oh, terrible. Crikey, this system is absolutely infested, isn't it? There's 3 more 7,000 guys, so there's 21,000 money. That's like a skill book or a blueprint for me, so we'll charge him with a micro warp drive. Just slash across them until we get within range. Drones are on them, that's good. Now we should be able to just blitz straight through them. Because no way are these guys going to be as fast as me. Ain't no way. Right, turn the micro warp drive off now because the capacitor's getting really, really low. And as soon as that finishes, we're going to pop the afterburner. Good, the drones have killed one of them. Now they're going to get the one that's at 21 kilometers. Are these guys catching up with me? Looks like they probably are. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just stay away. 23, 22, 21, 20. Yeah, they're faster than me. This is not good. So we need to click towards the ones the drones are fighting. Go and help them. Reduce the DPS on the field by half. Hey, they've killed him already. Cool. Right, let's orbit this guy. We really need to get some defences on this ship, man. I've been saying that for 3 episodes, but it's true. We should probably go and get a new ship after this fight. Nah, I think we'll wait until we're in structure and then we'll go and get a new ship. Right, let's investigate these wrecks. All 3 of them drop something. Drum roll please for a small armour repairer 1. Come on. Give me the sugar. Metal scraps, of course. Oh, we're going to have to micro warp drive back to these 2. They're miles away. And more metal scraps, because of course. I'm not saying I would rather have nothing, but metal scraps, I mean, they are 250 titanium each, so... And 250 titanium takes up a lot more space than metal scraps does. Metal scraps is 0.013. 0.01 cubic meters. 250 titanium will be a lot more than that. Oh, hello. There is a... Right, we've overshot that wreck because micro-warp drive. This is an energy neutralizer. This will drain some capacitor energy from the target and feed it into your capacitor. The way these work is that it will not drain the target's capacitor if it's below our own capacitor level. It's not percentage wise, it's absolute. They don't work all that well against NPCs, but we'll take it anyway because it's something and we can break it down. So this system is being quite productive already. I've only been in 4 belts, I've been in 3 big fights.
Warp drive active.
Right, so we arrived in this belt at the same time as this bad guy. He literally walked in right next to us. So let's get on the afterburner, get on the orbit, and get on the pain. One of these guys is gonna drop something fantastic. One of them. Just roll the dice enough times, we're gonna find what we want. Boom! We have not yet found a commander. The only combat sites here are 5-man fleet homefront operations, so let's ignore those. And do you think? Metal scraps? Yeah. Plenty of bounty on offer in this place though.
Active.
Who knew that 0.6 asteroid belt ratting was a good thing? Not me. And another 2 here. One of them's right up close. So let's just charge this guy. The other one's lagging behind a bit. We're going to bounce off that asteroid. Yep. There goes all our speed. That means we're going to get hit. Yep. 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 Can't be helped sometimes. Fighting in close quarters. Well, at least the shield slowly repairs itself. What is our shield hit point? 0 hit points a second. Because we have 157 hit points and it takes 625 seconds to go from 0 to maximum, which is indeed 0.0 hit points a second. Because it's, what, 0.4 hit points a second? But the way that shields regenerate is that they regenerate faster and faster the further down you go to about 30 to 35% capacity. That's when they recharge fastest. And then it rapidly drops off again, which is why our shield is kind of hanging out down here. Because it's actually recharging slightly faster here than it is all the way up here or all the way down there. Capacitor recharges in exactly the same way. Ooh, 87,000. That must be the biggest amount we've had. Yep, there we are. Sort by amount. Coming here was a good idea. That is the biggest payment we've had so far with this character. More metal scraps. Because, of course, and I do believe 7 minutes until our railgun blueprint is finished. So I think we'll finish up this system and then we'll gather up all the loot we've dropped off in the various stations, take it all home, retrieve that blueprint, melt all the stuff down and see if we can't build some 125mm railguns. Or even some 75s. Anything will do at this point. Okay, here we go again. 2 patrollers. They're fairly close, so let's just turn the afterburner on. No need for micro-warp drive here. These guys are 10,000 bounty each. So these may be a problem. Right. Let's just go directly upwards. Try and draw them off. Might as well open fire with our guns. We always have a chance to hit no matter the range. Okay, let's orbit them now. Try and make them miss. Yep, low shield warning. I know, I know, I know. Ow. 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 Just run away. Turn the afterburner off. Keep going in a straight line. Come on, afterburner. Come on, afterburner. I need that cycle to finish so I can get some micro warp drive speed and get out of this guy's range. Right, let's go. Micro warp, make me fast. Make him miss. Yes. Oh man, we would be dead if we didn't have this micro warp drive. Yep, that's fine. The drones will stay attacking the target even if we are outside of the drone control range or even our own targeting range. As you see, we've burned way out of target range and drone control range, and they're still fighting him, and they've killed him. So that is a useful thing to know, that once you've given your drones the command to attack, they will stay on the attack even if you go way outside drone control range. Right, the guys are back on board. Ship's absolutely broken. I mean, that was just 2 guys at 10,000 and it nearly killed us. Where is my ship going? Could you open that wreck, please, you idiot? We're going to have to dock up and I was going to say repair. We're not going to repair. We're going to ditch this and get a new ship. That's how you repair a Corvette. You throw it away and get a new one. Metal scraps, because of course, and we've overshot because of course we did. That's another thing to know about EVE Online. It doesn't actually use space physics. It uses liquid physics. It's essentially a submarines game. That's why you can slingshot things and bounce off things and all kinds of weird movement. What belt is this? This is belt number 7, so we need to go to 8 when we come back. Ah, mining laser. Not that we're allowed to mine under my rule set, but it will break down into parts, so that's good. And it's the good one. This is like the best Tech 1 laser you can get because it has an optimal range of 16 kilometers. Usual mining lasers have a range of 10. This has 16. Normal mining lasers have a mining amount of 40, and this is 50. So not only does it get 25% more yield, it's got 60% more range. Let's offload the cargo, take the modules off, scrap this ship and get a new one, because this one is absolutely knackered. From 2 10,000 ISK rats. Oh dear. Oh no. I forgot to take the drones out of the drone bay when I trashed the old Velator. I've just thrown our 2 drones away. Oh no. What an idiot. We're gonna have to go back to the other place and pick up the other drones. Oh, what a moron. Right, well after that terrible mistake, I made it back home. Let's actually put a couple of drones in our drone base, shall we? We have 1 Hobgoblin and 1 Hornet, so that'll do. The good thing is that I picked up all the stuff, we came home, and the 125mm Railgun 1 was complete, so that now costs 5% less to make. So let's melt down all the stuff we have. I'm going to keep the iron charge and the antimatter charge ammo. Everything else can get melted down. Metal scraps should take all the light drones out. Might keep that blaster. I think everything else is going to get melted. I'm not overly worried about using the tracking disruptor. I don't think we're going to be fighting cruisers at any point in time in the near future. This is a targeted like electronic warfare weapon, so it only works against 1 target at a time. It'd be good if we were fighting something large, just to make sure it missed, even though we're a small fast target and we would be orbiting it up close to make it miss. It would be good to have something like that. So let's just make sure I'm not going to reprocess anything I actually want to keep. All that ammo can get melted down. All that can get melted down. All of these, they're melted down things already. That, yep. Okay, let's do this. It's going to cost us 6,000. We've got a decent amount of stuff. That cannot be reprocessed, so we'll just trash it. Right, so all the stuff we had is melted down into this much materials. 810 pyrite, eh? How much do we need? 450. Ah, damn, so we need 900 pyrite to make 2 125mm railgun 1s. That's annoying. We've got more than enough titanium. We did 4 isogen, got lots of that. So nearly, what, 200 mixalon? Got enough of that. It's just the pyrite. Damn, we're so close but so far. Does any of this break down into pyrite? Oh, the antimatter does, doesn't it? How much pyrite would that be though? If we were to reprocess that, we would get 17 more pyrite. That is not enough, so let's not do that. However, I think we could build, yeah, we can build 2 75mm guns, which will at least give us a little bit more range and a little bit more DPS than the cruddy civilian trash we've been carting around. So I think we're going to do that. So all this stuff can come back out because it's not in danger of being reprocessed anymore. I'm going to take the blueprint, and how much pyrite do we need? 420, 418, and 440 of this. And we'll find somewhere to make these blueprints. Now ideally, we'll find Sotio again. It's only 2 jumps away. Let's go there. What is its manufacturing tax? 0.25%. And because it's a Sotio, it's going to give us a reduction in manufacturing time and material requirements. So that is going to be great. However, one thing I am going to just quickly investigate is whether or not we can quickly make copies of this, because I do not like running around with my expensive blueprints in my cargo hold. What you can do, you can make a copy. There's more bounty, so that's
Warp drive active.
232,000. That would have been more, but I had to run away because I accidentally trashed my drones like an idiot. So they can both go in there. And what a moron. So you go to industry, facilities, copying. Now, the way copies work is that this is a blueprint original. It has infinite runs. And as such, it can be, as an original, this can be researched and improved, and some originals are worth an awful lot of money. So I'd rather not put it in a player station which is at risk of getting blowing up, or I am also at risk of being blown up and someone wants to steal my blueprint. So when I manufacture things, I prefer to make copies of these blueprints. Blueprint copies have their statistics locked and they only last a certain number of runs. So let's have a quick look at this. Use blueprint, and I want to copy it, which is the 2 flasks thing. I want to make 1 copy, which is how many job runs. How many runs do I want on this? 2. Well, that's going to take 19 minutes and cost 9 ISK. You know what? I'm going to do that. So the blueprint has now disappeared because it's in the lab getting copied. So I'll meet you back here in 19 minutes time. Alright, we're back. The copies have nearly been done, and the eagle-eyed among you may spot that I have once again bought more blueprints. I have bought a 1 meganewton afterburner blueprint, which of course we do not have the pyrite to build, and a small capacitor battery blueprint, which of course we do not have the pyrite to build, but I bought the blueprints anyway. Alright, the Gatling rails are ready to deliver, so let's deliver those. Here is our copy. You can tell copies quite easily because they're much paler blue, and when you mouse over it, it says how many runs it has remaining. So I'm going to put these blueprints here. I'm going to take my copy, which when we check needs 209 pyrite and 220 tritanium because it inherits the stats of its parent blueprint. So let's find a manufacturing place and see how much savings we make. There's the Sotio there. Let's set destination. Ooh, snazzy billboards. Let's go. Apparently there's separatist initiates around here somewhere, and they're trying to lock onto me from this asteroid belt, which is 9,000 kilometers away. What even was that? That was bizarre that it had locked onto me from 9,000 kilometers away. Maybe they know I've been killing all their friends today. Hey, we made it to Bhutan. The whole reason I bought these blueprints was so I can make a dream ship. So let's do that. I want to have a small armor repairer on this ship at some point. We've just bought the 1 meganewton afterburner blueprint and the small capacitor battery blueprint. And we know we already have the 75mm Gatling railgun blueprint, so let's do that. Throw in a couple of iron charges because it's a long range ammo. So this would be the kind of fit I would like to, and I would feel semi-confident about taking this into a refuge because it does repair itself. As we see, it repairs 13.9 hit points a second, though it's not constant of course. It's actually 80 hit points every 6 seconds, but that works out to 14 a second. It goes 717 meters a second, which is considerably faster than we're moving now. The afterburner we have now boosts our speed by 60%, this increases it by 115. And the small cap battery gives us more than enough cap, and it's still cap stable so it can run everything all the time. This could maybe survive a refuge. Maybe the armor resistances are not great, but we do have an empty slot here, so we could fill that with some kind of armor resistance, either a membrane or a coating. Armor resistance coatings, like a multi-spectrum, something like that, just to bump up the resistances a tiny bit more. So that's kind of why I bought all these blueprints. At the moment, we're here to make these Gatling railguns. Let's see how much savings this huge station provides us. Right click, use blueprint. We want to do manufacturing, and we want to do 2 runs. It'll cost us 650 ISK, it'll take 20 minutes, and it'll give us 2 railguns. So this is going to cost us 435 titanium. We brought 440 with us because the blueprint says it only needs 220 each. So we're actually saving some materials from the facility. When we mouse over it, we see the blueprint material efficiency is reducing the input by 5%, and the station is giving us 1%. So 1% is still a saving, so let's do it. I believe the job duration is going to be sped up. Yeah, the structure roll bonus 30%, so this is going to make it 30% faster than an NPC station will. It's costing us 650 ISK. Don't care about that. Let's start the job. Now, the problem we have is that we can only do 1 manufacturing job at one time, so we're going to spend a lot of time just hanging out. So we've saved 5 titanium and 4 pyrite by flying these 4 jumps. But that's fine, because it's a saving. It's 4 pyrite we would have lost had we not come here. So to get more manufacturing slots, we would need the industry skill mass production. The book for that not only costs NPC price 200,000. Now, players are selling this for under the NPC price, but because of the rules of this run, we have to use NPC only. So we need to save up 200,000 to get this, and this skill only unlocks when you've done Industry 1, 2 and 3. So we'd have to spend a few hours doing Industry 1, 2 and 3 and then buy mass production, and we can only do the first 3 levels of that anyway. So the maximum number of jobs we would be able to run concurrently is 4. We don't even have enough minerals at the moment to run any more than like 1 job. So whilst this is cooking, I'm going to go home and do some research on our ammunition blueprints with our one and only science job slot. So let's go. So here we go, the final countdown to us finally getting some proper weapons. Just a few more seconds to go. We have the Iron Charge S blueprint doing 4 runs of material efficiency research to make manufacturing our own ammo cheaper. So let's deliver the guns. Here they are, my precious, beautiful guns. So let's get rid of this civilian garbage, drag on the 75mm, load them up with ion charge. Okay, that's all of our ion charge loaded. That's 200 ammo these things hold each. Might as well take these back home. Right, let's go.
Warp drive
They look
active.
almost identical to the civilian Gatling railguns, but these reach out to 14 kilometers and they do a whopping 9.3 DPS all the way up from 7 point something. Now if we loaded these with antimatter, they would do 22.4, which is much more respectable, but the range would be pretty much back to where we were with the civilian. And the whole reason we put long range railguns on this ship was to be long range, so iron it is. Not too bad. I have saved a fit. If we click the personal fittings, here we go. I saved this fit. This has 125mm railguns on them and iron charges. If we load them up, mouse over it, this reaches all the way out to 21 kilometers, which is excellent. And it does 10 DPS, so it only does slightly more DPS than what we're doing, but it does throw it way further But because 125mm railguns are larger, they use up a lot more power grid and CPU, which means we cannot then use the capacitor battery I just bought. We would have to find a cap recharger blueprint and a cap power relay blueprint for this fit to be stable, and it's only just stable at around 38%. But this is like the maxed out fit we can do with this. It's pretty impossible to get this ship any better than this. So that's like the end game for this ship. But I'm going to be very happy having a standoff range of 14 kilometers. Very happy indeed. And we're back at the other station where our Iron Charge S blueprint is just about to finish. So as soon as this is done, I'll go and make some, because all of our Iron Charge S is currently loaded in our weapons. We have none spare. Let's deliver the blueprint. Right, let's go and make some ammunition. I'm not going to bother copying it because ammo blueprints are cheap enough to replace even if I somehow get killed with this in my cargo. Let's go and pick up all the titanium and pyrite we can. Okay, we're back in Botane. Let's see how many ammo we can make. Let's click manufacturing. 9, 10, let's go for 1,000, maybe 1,200 ammo. That should be enough, shouldn't it? How much pyrite have we got? Not that much. 1,200 would be what? 6 reloads? 3 reloads, because each gun takes 200. Okay, let's go for a little bit more than that. Can't make 2,000. 1,800? 1,600? Let's do that. Right, that is the last action of the day. We've made some progress. We have finally got some weapons that are not civilian on our ship. I was going to say we finally got some good weapons, but we haven't. We've got the worst possible upgrade, but it is an upgrade. And we also have a micro warp drive. We have got a lot more blueprints. We are expanding our blueprint library. We're getting them all upgraded as and when we can, and when we can afford to. Speaking of affording, our money is back down to 66,000, but that's fine. We have made nearly $500,000 in total since we began this playthrough, so we've been spending quite a lot on blueprints and other things. We found out that we could belt rat quite safely. Well, not safely. We could belt rat in 0.6 and not completely die. 0.7 is easy, so we'll maybe start on 0.7 next week. Get some more money under our belts and hopefully find some actual upgrades we can use. That has been the only frustration. We found lots of stuff, but we haven't been able to use any of it. We've just been melting it down for pyrite. And pyrite is going to be the bottleneck. We've got plenty of Mexilon, Noxium and Tritanium, but pyrite is the bottleneck. Because we cannot mine Scordite, we cannot get Tritanium, we cannot get pyrite easily. We're going to have to find more and more loot. But the good thing now is that as soon as we get enough money to get a small armour repairer, we know we can fit the ship out to be cap stable with an armour rep, and then we'll be able to hit things like refuges and burrows and all that good stuff. So I hope to see you for that, and I hope you're still enjoying this series. I am. This is a lot of fun, going all the way back to the Stone Age and building yourself up from scratch. It's fun. So come back for the next episode, and until then, do look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again very soon.